Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what is likely going to be the longest episode in this Let's Play. So welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. This is our journey to Rock Tunnel, so I really didn't leave out much. There's a couple skips and jumps here and there, but at the end of the day, it's pretty much our whole entire journey throughout Rock Tunnel, including some very stupid moments like this where I'm just trying to catch a Pokemon. But I really didn't have a lot of time to go through and edit all this, so instead I am stuck here with you all doing a 57-minute audio voiceover, which I'm sure is going to be filled with a lot of moments of fun and a lot of moments of, oh my god, why did I not trim some of this down? Especially parts like this. I could have saved myself a flat minute here, so you know, there's always good stuff like that to look forward to. But there is some exciting stuff that comes out of this, you know, just like any other episode we have on here. There's going to be a lot of trainer battles and things of that nature. I have lightly come in here and caught like some of the first couple Pokemon that I saw, but outside of that, you're getting the full experience here instead of Rock Tunnel. Let's put Ratman in position 1. But yeah, it looks like this week's episode, like, we have Rock Tunnel here. And then our next episode that's going to be coming out on Thursday, it just sort of looks like, I forget what we're actually doing. We'll be going through, like, the ghost town there, Lavender Town, exploring there a little bit, and then making our way and discovering Team Rocket's hideouts. So a little bit of grindy episodes. You know, this portion of the game tends to be that way. There's just a lot more grind than anything else. I likely could have condensed both of these into one episode, but at the same point in time, like, it's not really a true Let's Play without a lot of this stuff being here. You know, it sort of pads some of the timing as well, which is always good because I have another month and change to record of these games. And it feels like we're making our way slowly through these, but like once we start to get to like the end game, we just go through everything at an accelerated rate. So hopefully that all makes sense to you as to like why these videos are so long and some of the other things. But here we go. We're finally going to catch what is going to be one of our dominant team players, I believe. And oh man, I'm excited to have this guy on the team. I've never had one on the team just because, quite frankly, in the original games, you catch a Rhyhorn so late game. That was a nice easy catch. Look at that. But yeah, usually in the original games, right, you can't catch Rhyhorn until Victory Road, so right before your final battles, which makes it like very aggravating to have one. But he is such a great Pokemon, and I'm sure everybody out there knows it, but fun fact for those that don't, Rhydon, the evolution of Rhyhorn, was the first ever designed Pokemon. So that's always a neat little tidbit. But let's move this Pokemon, let's add him to the party, and I think it's about time we got rid of Foreskin, so that should be good. Let's change the name on Rhyhorn. I'm going to name him a nickname that I call my dog from time to time. So let's go with Chomper. Good old Chomper. And I call my dog that based off of when I was a young lad, a wee young lad. I grew up, one of my favorite television series was The Land Before Time, and the baby T-Rex in that if you're not familiar with the television series, it's a bunch of dinosaurs roaming around doing dinosaur things. I don't really know any other way to explain it. They're just dinosaurs, man. But the baby T-Rex, his name is Chomper on the actual TV series and movies that I had at the time. So that name always stuck with me. Like I said, my dog is a bit of a... She likes to, you know, show her teeth and things like that. Not that she's aggressive, but she's a wild-ass dog, so I call her Chomper sometimes as a reference to that. And then I'm scanning through here to see what Chomper can learn, and I think... yeah, Chomper can learn Headbutt, which is a solid move. Chomper really doesn't have, like, any good moves out of the gate that he has on him. Except for Rock, though. That's pretty awesome. I don't like Fury Attack because the accuracy is pretty low on it, so we'll get rid of that and learn Headbutt instead. And then I kind of just go over and see what he can learn, and oddly enough, I believe Chomper can learn Thunderbolt. Yeah, look at that. Why not? Guess that gives him some defense against water typing. Not that we would ever really want to particularly use him, but... Oh man, I got rid of Stomp. Oh yeah, it was 65, I guess. That's fair enough. We'll likely get rid of Thunderbolt anyways off of Chomper, but... It's a good move in the meantime, and like an oddball move that he can learn. Like, it's just so bizarre that he can learn Thunderbolt being like a rock ground type Pokemon. Like, it's so odd. But then let's catch another one here, because we get boosts if we just keep catching the same Pokemon again and again. That is one of the, I would say, one of the drawbacks of not being able to battle these Pokemon is you don't get like a good idea of what their move pool is. So like, if there's an oddball chance that he could have like a fantastic move pool, you wouldn't know until you caught a whole bunch of them and checked every single time. Now with him, I really don't think that's the case. Like at the level we're catching him, I think his move pool is pretty standard out of the box kind of stuff, but it does kind of erase that element. But with that being said, I do expect Chomper here to hang on until the end of the series. He is like, I've never hung on with a Rhyhorn / Rhydon till the end of a game. I've never even used one, to be honest, up until Pokemon Legends Arceus, and our Rhydon in that game made it really, really far. Like, right up until the last couple episodes, we were using him in excellent Pokemon, and especially in Gen 1, I think the stats and results will speak for themselves. Now, the shame is Rhyhorn doesn't evolve until a very late level. Let me actually search that up. We have plenty of time this episode to do stuff like that, because like I said, we do have 50-some minutes here. So what level does Rhyhorn evolve? 42 is when he evolves. So that's gonna be a bit. It's gonna take a long time, and that's his minimal evolution level. Normally we get them in like these early games like that, but I do think in later games, like, they could evolve a little bit later. So we're going to be stuck with him for a while in his current state, but like, he's a good Pokemon regardless, so I'm not really like all that upset about that fact either. It's just like I said, it's some of that stuff that's like good to know. I mean, he's got 20-some levels before he... Maybe 20 levels on the dot before he levels up. What is he? He's 23, so 19 levels. That'll be quite a while, but... I mean, he's good enough, you'll see in this episode. He holds his own. He does a good job. I think he does a good enough job for, like, a Stage 1 Pokemon, and then when he becomes Stage 2 Pokemon, he becomes a tank. And I don't know if we'll show it in this episode, but I do go and I give him a bunch of speed candies and things like that. Like, really to help him in the areas that he's weak in. And there's a Kangaskhan, man. Look at that. That's such a cool Pokemon. I love Kangaskhan. Such a fantastic Pokemon. And Brick Break should be super effective here. And you'll see it is, but it's no match for Kangaskhan. Like, absolutely none. I guess let's go for another one and we could give Ratman here a revive, but... Man. Kangaskhan. We actually almost get the opportunity to catch him later in the episode, but he gets away before I'm able to catch him, which is such a shame, but... It is what it is. Let's send Chomper in there. Let's see what Chomper can do. Man, look at him. He's such a little tank. Let's try Rock Throw. Let's see what that does. What does Bite do to us? Not that much. Okay. And that is, Rhyhorn's like extremely HP heavy. Like, he's like the tank. That's why a lot of Pokemon, like originally, like way back in the day, you saw him being like really used as like a competitive player, because he does kind of just do his own thing and make his way through the game. Especially when he evolves, he becomes an absolute force to reckon with. Gunshow leveled up to level 26. Good job, Gunshow. I would expect we're going to have, like, I feel at this point in time in a standard playthrough of, like, Fire Red or Yellow, our Pokemon wouldn't be this high level. Like, I feel like everybody's leveling up really, really quickly, except for Taiga, of course. But with that being said, like, I feel like they did a really good job at having the wild Pokemon be the same level and like the trainers Pokemon be the same level too. Like, I don't feel over leveled, but because I'm so used to playing Pokemon Yellow, I do in a way, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I don't even know. It's like so hard to say. It's been such a long time since I played through like the original Kanto region. That would be fun. And I do, I always schedule out a lot of my videos and things like that. But lately I was sitting down with a calendar and looking over what games I wanted to play next year as well. Like just coming up with like a basis. Let's catch another Rhyhorn here. But as I was planning that out, I really think we should be done with like the entirety of the Pokemon series within the next 2 years. Like that's pretty jarring to me. I mean, of course they'll release a new game here or there and, you know, we'll play it. But yeah, I think we'll be able to make our way through all of the games. And then once we do that, my plan is to like take like the finalized version of each game. So right, like Yellow, Emerald, yeah, just like all like the big ones, and do, oh, we ran into an Onix. This is really cool here. Onix is an awesome Pokemon. I really want to catch him. But like I was saying there, once we make our way through the entirety of the Pokemon series, my plan is to take like the final version of each release, do a Nuzlocke of it, and then honestly, I don't know. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas on like what you want to see out of like Pokemon content related stuff, drop that in the comments down below. Like after we make our way through like all the Let's Plays of like one of each series and then the Nuzlocks, because outside of that I don't know. Like it's just, I feel like there's a lot of content creators out there for the Pokemon world, and they've already done like a lot of the ideas that I've had, and I don't really want to have this channel be an overlap for other channels, if that makes sense. So if anybody out there has any cool, unique ideas, I'd be willing to look at them. Ratman leveled up there. Good job, Ratman. And Birdman leveled up as well. Man, it's been a while since we've seen Birdman in action. I think I used him a bit last episode, but maybe not to his extent. Maybe I'll use him next episode. I forget when I use Birdman, honestly. He's a good Pokemon. He's just, I don't know. He's not like an ideal Pokemon. I know that sounds odd, but it's just like the way that it is. Like he's a solid Pokemon, but like at this late in the game, he's becoming a little bit less useful. And this guy sends out an Onix because, of course, why would an Onix not come out even though he's dressed like a dojo master? I was expecting a fighting type Pokemon. Let's see what we could do here though. Let's try Seismic Toss. This is a cool move. Woo! Drop him down back into the earth. So that did less than half. He's going to use Screech, which I think lowers our attack or our defenses, one of the two. Yeah, our defense. That's fine. Let's use Seismic Toss again. I think it's going to outperform pretty much everything except maybe Psybeam. Psybeam might have done better here. But it's always nice to see the super effective move. And like it said there, he missed his slam anyway, so not a big deal. We'll use Psybeam. We'll finish off Onix. Not a hard one. I think later in the episode we start to switch train Taiga in and out. I know next episode we definitely do a lot, and a lot gets cut out because of that. Because there's just so much switch training that goes on that like I don't humanly want to show every single battle, because otherwise we would have 2 back-to-back like hour-long episodes here, which I know. Thank you for bearing with me if you've even made it this far in the episode. A 57 long minute video is crazy long for a Let's Play. I completely understand that and agree with it. I myself probably wouldn't watch a 57-minute long video. I have in the past if it's really entertaining, but I know myself. I'm not that entertaining, folks. So if you've hung along this far, hey, drop a, I don't know, drop Golbat looks funny in the comments down below, and I'll know that you made it this far. And that'll mean a lot to me. Especially being as like the, what's it called, right? Like the Mario videos have been like so short as of late. Like yeah, it's a huge jump for me doing what's typically like a 15-minute recording, like cutting it off here, to doing an almost hour-long voice recording. Like, for me to sit down and do that is just, it's blowing my mind that I'm even doing it at this point in time. But yeah, that and I did figure out you won't hear as much clicking here. I'll do a click here, but you won't hear as much clicking like that in the voice recordings moving forward either. I did take the opportunity to actually sit down and work out like my PC settings, so that way it doesn't turn off until I've hit 2 hours of inactivity, which I think is like a pretty good. I could fall asleep and wake up and my TV will still be off, which is nice, even though I record this in a separate room than where I sleep in, so it's usually not happening like that, but occasionally I do sleep out here in the room and go back out away, so that was all for nothing. But yeah, occasionally I do sleep in this room, so it's nice to have like that option in case we have it. We already caught Onyx there. I was thinking about going back and catching another one, but he's such a pain to catch. And to be honest, now that we have Rhyhorn, I can't really think of a practical use for Onyx on the team, because there will be significant overlap. I mean, besides being a defensive wall, really not much there. But here a Mankey comes out, which is really nice. We'll get to see Spoons really just eat up the opponents here, because he'll be super effective with his super effective moves, which is nice. Yeah, he's just going to devour this team. If this is another fighting type, he stands no chance. Like, it's just over. Poliwhirl, okay. So I actually think this is good for Ratman. I don't know if Poliwhirl has the fighting type in him yet, but I decided to go with Chomper because we taught Chomper Thunderbolt. Now, in retrospect, even watching this, I was just kind of gaming through. This is like a terrible decision. This is a really good way to waste a revive, because there's no way Chomper is going to outspeed. And any water type attack he has is going to devastate us. Yep, exactly. Yep, yeah. That's what will happen if you put yourself in that predicament. It was a no-brainer. I wasn't thinking with the old noodle here. Whereas Ratman's going to come out, right? Ratman's going to outspeed and likely one hit. Like, there was no reason for any of that. That was me being stupid. But now wasting a revive because I don't want Chomper to miss out on all the valuable EXP that's going to come out of this episode. And like I expected, now my dog is getting real close, showing her belly, expecting some attention because she hears the name Chomper. She knows that that is what I call her from time to time. Isn't that right, little Chomper? So now she's looking for all the good attention and whatnot. And she's, honestly, I think at this point in time, she's conked. She's just ready to pass out here. Here, let's pick up this Pokeball. What could we have? 3 Great Balls. Okay. That's good. I guess. I don't know. It's alright. Take it or leave it. There's a Zubat. Man, Zubats are such an annoying Pokemon. Here's a Hiker. God knows what this guy has, to be honest. I forget so much of this because like I said before, I typically record everything on the weekends. And then what I'll do is, after I record everything on the weekends, I'll go through the week and I'll just do voice recordings. So it's not a whole ton of work, but still a good chunk of work that needs to get done throughout the week. Oh, self-destruct. Okay, this is really cool. Hopefully it doesn't kill Spoons. It kills Spoons. Shit. Man, that sucks. Okay, that was not good. Okay, let's focus on this for a minute. Come on, Average Joe. Chomper. Let's do Chomper. Taiga. Average Joe. What are you doing? It is nice to see the reappearance of Taiga, though. We haven't seen him in a little while. And Taiga knows Dig, and he should outspeed, which is probably my thought here, because if this guy goes for self-destruct again, if we're underground, it will not kill us. On the other side, if he goes for Rock Slide again, which he does, it might kill us. It came pretty dang close, and we're not in 2-hit range, so we're likely going to sacrifice Taiga here. I guess at least we got him down in HP, but if he was going to use a self-destruct, he would use it like right now or the next turn. So this could have been a strategy that really backfired. I don't believe it does, but it's really in that range where it could have. Regardless, I think Chomper is a Pokemon we should get like a ton of EXP on, like right out the gate, because he's going to have a very limited window for him being able to like really be effective. I think the next gym we're going to go against is going to be like the grass type gym. And then there's the Team Rocket stuff and all that good stuff. So he's not, he's not going to be really useful until late game. Like by the time he comes into play, it's going to be pretty close to the end of the game. But let's keep battling. We'll keep battling. Oh, so Onix outspeeds, which is actually great in this situation because we're going to dig, but he's going to hit first with his dig, and we're not going to be above ground for him to hit us. And then I'm going to dig, and I'm actually going to get to hit. So this is just going to replay itself on the second time, I believe, right? I'm going to dig, he's likely going to dig, but he's going to outspeed, so he's going to dig first, and then I'm going to dig, and then he can't hit me because he went first, and I'm underground, so I'm just going to come out and dig. And I'm going to knock out Onix real easy, nice and quick. But I think here is where we actually have our first cut, ladies and gentlemen. So there's not a whole ton throughout this episode. Like I said, it really does cover a lot of just like the meat and potatoes of everything. Oh, I think that one was honestly just a pause. Like I got caught in a phone call or something. So it's you didn't miss much there. And then, of course, we have another battle right on the other side. What else could you expect in this treacherous tunnel? He's sending out a good old Growlithe. And I forgot to revive people, so good old Gun Show is going to come out. But this is a better opportunity for Chomper to get some EXP, because all of his moves are going to be super effective against Growlithe. And his Growlithe knows Flamethrower, luckily. Not so lucky for us. I wish our Taiga knew Flamethrower. I know where to get the TM later in the game, but kinda stinks. Kinda stinks, folks. It's a big old Debbie Downer, you know, that our Taiga didn't have Flamethrower out the gate. He really should have, but he didn't. He just didn't. He's going to use Flamethrower again because that's his strongest move probably. No other moves are even effective against us, is my guess. I don't know that for a fact, but just at the rate that he's using Flamethrower, I'm guessing his AI is telling him to do that. Let's see what Rock Throw does. Okay, one hit. Yep. Now we did get a critical hit there, I believe, so maybe not a one hit every time, but you know, could easily happen. We got two great balls. I do as well. Okay, yeah, let's actually go and revive all our Pokemon now. I got 12 of them. So I feel like we're in pretty good shape. But we've been making some stupid decisions here in the tunnel. And I really feel like I should have been punished for that. I've been a big proponent of that. I think if you give a revive to a Pokemon that doesn't actually need it, you should be punished and you like give it to them anyways. And it does nothing. I just feel like there should be some, like after you have 3 gym badges, you should just know the rules. I know that's not fair in any regard, but I don't know. It's one series. This game in particular is one series that I played through enough that I feel like the majority of people approaching it, this is not their first game that they're playing. If it is the first game that you're playing of the series, drop that in the comments down below. I'd be curious to see how many people's introduction into the Pokemon world was this game. Like, that would be a really interesting... Yeah, I'd be really curious to see, like, how those numbers work out. And should we learn Drill Run? I don't think so. I think Drill Run has a lower accuracy. It's 95 with 80% damage. It's probably better than Headbutt. But I don't know. Let's not learn it. Let's not do it. But we caught a Golbat. Now, if Golbat could turn into Crobat in this game, which I don't believe it can because it's only using Gen 1 Pokemon, that might be a viable trade. I know I used Crobat in... God, what was that one? When we played through Pokemon Gold, I believe I used Crobat, and it was a fantastic Pokemon. Or it might have even been Ruby that I used Crobat. It was one of the two, but I remember I used it throughout the entirety of the series, and man, it was an amazing Pokemon. Like, through and through, one of the best Pokemon we had on the team. Like, it just killed when it came out. So Tiger's going to use Dig, and this is one instance where it stinks to be fast, because Onix might use Dig, but instead he uses Stealth Rock, which is okay. If we switch in or out, we're going to get hit with that, but outside of that, it's not going to do a whole lot to us. What is it? Rock Throw. Rock Throw could be really bad. Okay, let's use Dig again. I think we should switch after Onix, though. I think Tiger's going to take enough damage here. Okay, there we go. We got Onix into the red health. Use a Rock Throw again. Now we can use pretty much any move and we're going to kill him. So, really doesn't matter. Why not go for Dig again, I guess? If it went for Dig, though, we would have been screwed here, so... Might have been a bad decision. Maybe Headbutt would have been better. But we still got the Onix out. Like I said, I really want to get a lot of EXP in the next couple episodes to Taiga. Because Taiga is, like, our weak link right now. And I think it's going to continue down that route for as long as we don't, as long as we don't have Flamethrower and we really don't come across a lot of opponents. And like, even like I said, like our next gym battle is going to be a grass gym leader, which you would say, oh, that's great, Tiger is going to do great. But Taiga doesn't have Flamethrower to really deal with it. It has Ember as like its strongest move. So it's not going to do well. And hopefully here's another example. I don't know if this is going to do super effective damage, but here's an example of that. We got the outspeed again, where he outsped us. We could continuously do this, but now it's going to use Furry Swipes, which is not a good look for Chomper. Like, he's at least an HP tank, so it's not going to be bad. But if he uses Dig here now, it sort of throws off the routine, and... Yep. So now we're going to miss, and he's going to hit us with Dig, and it's going to do big damage. Like, regardless of what we do, we're screwed. Yep. Let's use Headbutt. Oh, man. We really don't have a good answer for Sandslash right now. Like, Sandslash is a pretty solid Pokemon. I'll give him that. Send in Guncho. Guncho hasn't let me down yet. I'm going to do a click of the mouse here. I know it's set for 2 hours, but I'm just so paranoid into doing it now. And, oh man, he's going to use Dig, which is not a good look for Guncho. Hopefully don't do a ton. Don't do a ton. Okay, there we go. I say let's use Takedown. It's going to hurt Guncho, but it'll do the most damage. Ah, man, it's going to use Dig again. Are you kidding me? So it doesn't matter what we use here. We're going to get hit with Dig anyways. This is sort of my own logic biting me back. It's showing me. Like, hey, we could beat you too. Let's use Headbutt. Guncho was able to take the damage there and really deal the punches. So much love for Guncho there. That was pretty unexpected that it would be able to handle that as well as it did. I'm actually really surprised. But I do think they buffed Eevee's stats in this game for Eevee, so that sort of explains that. Otherwise, it might have been a little bit of a ruckus. Let's go into the medicine pocket. Nobody needs a revive, but everybody needs a super potion. So I can live with that. I don't know why I gave him the second one. That was a complete waste of a super potion. Unless later in the episode he's hanging on by a thread and it's like 4 HP, like we saw there, but I don't think that happens. Man, like I said, it really is surprising. I normally don't ever do videos of this length. I think 30 minutes is like really my cutoff. 45 is typically the max. It's been a while since we've had an episode that has gone this long, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we're talking podcast days. Where like we would do podcasts based off of, you know, some of the gaming stuff and some of the stuff going on in the world. I remember we used to talk about Chris Chan and stuff like that a lot. But it has been a long time since we have had a video hit this length. And I had to do a voiceover because, I don't know, to be quite frank, it's been a while. Mainly because, like I said, yeah, like, I don't watch videos of this length casually, so I understand those that also don't watch videos of this length casually, so I don't like to cater a lot of my stuff to that. Why in God would you think about sending Ratman in, Average Joe? What are you doing? Rhyhorn is the obvious solution. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I don't know why I even considered that. That would be a terrible decision. Like, probably one of the worst decisions I would make in this. And I think his Rhyhorn may outspeed us. No, we outspeed him. This is not going to be good. Oh, but it doesn't know dig. Let's see, how much can we do? Okay, let's see what Drill Run does. Big damage. Okay. Nice answer there. Let's do dig again. Thankfully, we actually outspeed, because otherwise 2 hits might have killed us. Now the hit and accuracy might have hit him, but I don't. It's high enough that I could see it biting us. So I'm glad that we made it through that. Okay. Anything over this way? Oh, there is a Pokeball. We might as well get it. We're here. An escape rope. Could you imagine using an escape rope this late in the tunnel? Man, you'd really be kicking yourself. Because this is all just stuff you'd have to travel again. And I don't think there's that much left to it. I really think we are close to the finish. There's a Rhyhorn. Oh, here's a Cubone. Let's catch a Cubone. Why not? Cubone's a cool Pokemon. Look at him running around with this little club. That's a cool Pokemon. We got an excellent throw. Hopefully we can catch him on the first bet here. We do. Very nice. Man, Cubone's an awesome Pokemon. I've never used one, to be honest. I can't speak to how well it is as a Pokemon, but it looks cool. It looks like a little dinosaur friend. And I like dinosaurs. They're pretty cool. Pretty snazzy. Let's heal up our Pokemon here real quick before we battle this guy, because I have a feeling we're going to need it. This tunnel has been pretty relentless. Like, I know it was likely this hard the last time I came through it too, but it's been pretty brutal this time around. It's been cutting us no favors. And these guys, we've learned, can have like any sort of Pokemon. It's not always the Snorlax, even though they're dressed up like a Snorlax. So hopefully he doesn't have a Snorlax. Or, what am I even talking about? What Pokemon is that? Slowpoke. Jesus, I feel dumb. Let's use Ember here and see what it does. Yeah, see, it's such a low-hitting move, it's not going to do much. That is not good. That is not good news for us. But I think with him being hit with Recoil and us using Ember again, this might be a takeout hit. But man, that's why it really stinks that he doesn't know Flamethrower, because that should have been a one-hit against a Pokemon who's a Soul Fire type. Which is why I said it really stinks that, like, we're not going to get a ton of use out of Taiga until, like, late game. Like, that's where it all comes into play. Just because they didn't give him enough moves to really make him useful in Let's Go Eevee. And if I was going to use him to his full extent for Let's Go Pikachu, that means I would have had to go out and purchase another $60 game just to make this Let's Play. Which, I mean, we've done things like that in the past, but it was because it was like, well, I don't have that game and it would be really fun to do on the channel. Whereas in this case, it would be like, well, I have the equivalent of the game, but I want to catch 1 or 2 extra Pokemon that I can't catch in the other game. So now I have to go spend $120 in total, because I already spent the $60 on Let's Go Eevee. So now I have to spend an additional $60 just so I can catch, like, 1 extra Pokemon. Which would not have been fun. And we wouldn't have had the fun experience that we've had with Gun Show thus far. Right, we would have had Pikachu as our starter, which would have completely changed the dynamic of this team. Like, having Gun Show on the team makes a big difference. And honestly, I won't say until the end, but I really don't know if it's positive or negative. It'll definitely get me to explore the normal type, but you know, whether that turns out to be a really great experience or a horrible experience, we won't know until we're approaching the end of the game. So, food for thought, I guess. I don't know. And here's a trainer. Let's battle this guy. Boop, 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 doo, dee, doo, dee, doo, dee, doo, dee, doo. And it's an Ace trainer. Okay, so an Ace trainer, I'm expecting he's going to be a little bit better than our traditional trainer. Just because it has the title of Ace trainer, there's no other reason that I would even begin to expect that. But let's try Dig here. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to use Quick Attack, so that's going to hit first. But I don't know if we would naturally outspeed. Like I said, I really want to get Taiga as much experience as humanly possible. That's like one of my top priorities here. Vulpix goes down. See you later, Vulpix. Another cool fire-type Pokemon. But honest, Ninetales versus Taiga, even with Taiga not being able to learn Flamethrower, I think Taiga's the better option. I just think it is. Because we could still learn it, it's just going to take a while to learn it. Kadabra uses Nightshade. I'm going to use Headbutt. All-out offensive move. Not doing as well as I was expecting it to do. Let's go with Gun Show. Normally, like, these all-out normal attacks on Kadabra, or like anything in the Psychic line, is really what you want to go for if you want to take them out pretty quickly. But they are pretty resilient Pokemon, so it can be tough at times. Now, Kadabra is more of a glass cannon than some of the other ones, so I think one single takedown here is going to do enough. But Gun Show's also confused. Don't hurt yourself, Gun. Oh, Gun Show, you punk. Gun Show, how could you do this to me? Gun Show hurt himself in his own confusion. No, little buddy. Oh, man, it looks like it might cry. But it didn't want to die just for me, and I'm going to use Takedown, which is going to kill it. That is really disappointing. Because it gets hit with the recoil. Gun Show. No, little buddy. Okay, we got 5 Ultra Balls, but that's not important. Let's heal up Gun Show. Come on. We can't leave Gun Show hanging. Man. Poor Gun Show. Poor Gun Show. That is disappointing. It gave it its all. I'll give it that. I should have healed it. Should have taken our time. But man, we're really trying to get through this tunnel. Like I said, like I said, yeah, especially from a voice recording standpoint, holy good God, is this episode long. Like, this is So much longer than I would typically spend on any episode. We've almost got 20 minutes left. Like, it's incredible. He's sitting out Diglett. Diglett, look a little Diglett. Little Taiga. Okay, yeah, we would normally use Dig here. I think Diglett should outspeed. I don't know, Taiga does. Diglett's gonna use Dig for sure. Yeah, it's like his signature move. So we're gonna get hit with this and we're gonna die. What great justice it did us to do that. Am I gonna go for Dig again like a dummy? I am. Yeah, it's not gonna benefit us at all. We're just gonna waste another revive. That's all that's gonna happen, folks. Yeah, there goes Taiga. As expected. A Chomper would be a good move here. Yep, good job. If you hear somebody licking their lips or doing a little yawn, it is my little Chomper over here. She's getting tired. Ready for sleep. Like I said, the voice recordings usually don't take a lot of work, but when they're 57 minutes long, they do. So the dog is definitely up a little bit later than she's used to. Isn't that right, little buddy? So yes, up a little bit later than I'm used to, my friend. But that's okay. There we go. We took him down. Now it's time for Flareon. I don't know if Flareon will outspeed, but Rock Throw should do a good chunk of damage, but Double Kick is going to do a lot of damage to us. That is scary. Oh boy. Okay, let's use Rock Throw. Chomper's probably going to go down here, if I'm going to be 100% honest. Come on, tough it out, tough it out. Oh, Chomper. Oh. Come on, man. Gun Show. Send Gun Show against Flareon. An epic duel. Gun Show's evolution with the Firestone against the regular Gun Show, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, folks. It's getting to that point in the night where I'm just tired. But we still got time to do this, because the episode is way longer than it should be. But that's the way it goes, folks. Sometimes, you know, that's the way it goes. And Gun Show leveled up. Good job, Gun Show. Level 28. Let's go, baby. And it wants to learn Double Edge. Let's see what Double Edge does. Let's check it out. Okay, so it damages us a lot, but it does 120 base power. With 100% accuracy, that's pretty impressive. And I think that's better than Takedown. Yep. So let's do it. That'll be our if everything hits the fan kind of move. Let's use that one. And Spoons grew to level 26, and it wants to learn Substitute, which is great. I think we will have a brief demonstration of Substitute. It's an okay move. Honestly, it's never really come into a lot of usability for myself, but it's a good move for Spoons at the end of the day. I don't think it, the reason why it stinks for Spoons is because Spoons is a hard hitter, right? It is that glass cannon where, like, it can't take much anyways, so there's not really a true reason to teach it a move like that. Because if it gets hit, I mean, yeah, if it gets hit and the substitute breaks or whatever, and it got rid of a little bit of health, it's fine. But it's like, if it can't outspeed and hit first and kill in one hit, it's probably going to die anyways. Like, it's... I don't... Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. It doesn't make a lot of sense for Spoons to know as a move. Unless you know your opponent is going to set up against you, which you typically don't. It's really not a move that I would really say is worthwhile. Competitive wise, I would say it's a great move, but as far as these games go, I mean, anything that's going to hit is going to hit and try to hit hard and take you out right away. So it's not, to me, it's not a stellar move to teach Pokemon, but that's just my 2 cents. What do I know? My name's Average Joe. I don't know much. I know the alphabet and a few other things. Okay, Machop is coming out. There he is. Another Machop. And yeah, Psybeam is going to knock him out of this world. But let's use Substitute here so you can see it. So I throw in a Substitute. If he was to set up there, the Substitute would stay in place and we could hit. And then eventually when he would hit, it wouldn't do damage to us. So that's really the purpose of it. I wanted to kind of display that. Obviously, low-level Pokemon like this are going to hit every turn, so it doesn't make a difference, really. They're going to continuously try to hit us regardless, but I wanted to sort of get it across the point of what, like, a Substitute was to those that may be unfamiliar. It's, like I said, not much, but it can be beneficial in some cases. But it's one of those cases where, like, you really have to have the gonads to go for it, right? Otherwise, it's not worth it at all. This guy will give us Pokeballs if we're running low. There's some trainers. There's a Kangaskhan. Okay, I want Kangaskhan. Let's make it a goal to get Kangaskhan. Come on. Come on, Average Joe. Come on. Fingers crossed. Kangaskhan. Nidorino. Or Nidorina. Spoon should be able to one-hit this Pokemon, no doubt. Hopefully Kangaskhan is still on the screen and we could just go and catch him. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is the most excited I've been throughout this whole entirety of the voiceover. Let's do it. Come on. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm glad we beat you. Let's go. I want Kangaskhan. Come on. Let's go get him. Let's go get... Oh, he's behind an Onix. Oh, we got the Onix. Okay, let Onix run away. Run away, Onix. I don't want you. You're a rock snake. Okay, here we go. Kangaskhan. Let's get him. Look at him. Ah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Let's try and catch him. Ah, just out of luck there. Okay. Ah. Man, these controls stink. What are the controls doing? Are you kidding me? Come on. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. Okay, we caught him midair. Maybe that gives us some sort of benefit. It doesn't. Of course it doesn't. I don't have any luck throwing over here ever, so I'm not expecting this to end well. And he ran away. And folks, I'm not gonna lie, we don't see him again. I spend, outside of what you're seeing, an additional 30 minutes looking for him. He doesn't pop up in this tunnel once more. It is a depressing feat. Spoons, go out there and one-shot this guy for me. Make me feel a little bit better, Spoons. Come on, man. Man, that's so... Man, it's just such an upsetting loss. To not get Kangaskhan like that. Before, he was only available in the Safari Zone. We had our opportunity to get him. I'm probably going to roam around here for a little bit to try and see if we can get him to respawn. But like I said, I spend so much time in here. He does not respawn. I don't see him again. If we do see him again, I'll definitely make a big deal about it. It'll be in an episode. But he just doesn't come back. It really is. It stinks. It stinks because as much as we wouldn't have used them, it's such a cool Pokemon. I've never even caught one. It's like it would have been so fun. But The game gods don't give me that luxury, folks. They give me the finger instead. That's all I get. I even use a couple lures around here. Lure, is that how it's called? L-U-R-E? Lure? Fishing lure? I don't know. But I even use a couple of those and try and like float around this whole top level here, and I get nowhere. It's mildly upsetting. But here comes Meowth. Meowth is always a pain to deal with because we don't have a good fighting type Pokemon. That's stinks, but honestly there's not like a whole bunch of normal type Pokemon that we have to deal with like late game, so I'm not all that worried about it. And Spoons with his psychic ability usually he blows away most Pokemon regardless, so I think that's our answer to the normal type. Vulpix coming out. Let's switch it. Let's put in Chomper. Or Taiga. Taiga's a good choice too. Especially because it's not like a ground type, so it can't really like hose Taiga. But Taiga using 2 Dig should be able to take out a Vulpix here. That shouldn't be a big deal. Man, I'm so upset that we didn't get Kangaskhan. I'm genuinely upset about it. Like, it stinks. That would have been such a good catch. I might even use it as a thumbnail of this video. Just because it's such an iconic Pokemon. I mean, so awesome. Chomper levels up. Good job, Chomper. We get 2 great balls. Like I said, we already have 2 great balls, so that's fine. Here's the exit to Rock Tunnel down here. Let's see if they got anything hidden over here. They might. Yeah. An exit rope? No, a pearl. Okay. I was going to say an exit rope would be really funny. But now let's go out to Route 10. Like I said, I spent about 20 minutes in there trying to get Kangaskhan. No dice. Did not get Kangaskhan. Let's fight these 2 Pokemon trainers. Maybe we'll come back and fight the next one on the next episode. I just want to get to a save point at this point in time because the episode is really running low on time. So I really want to get there. And I'll probably walk around Lavender Town a little bit here too, so you could hear like themes going on in Lavender Town. Lavender Town is my favorite. Like the doot 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 soundtrack is the best in this game. It's where this game shines the most to me, even though not a whole lot happens in this town. Like a lot of the theories and stuff surrounding around stuff like that, like so cool. It's honest, like as a kid, I think it's why like I fell in love with Generation 1 is like, you know, the first part of this game is really happy-go-lucky, and then you get to this part and it's like, this is where we bury dead Pokemon and all their ancestors. It's just so like out of the blue that like this is happening, and to me it's really cool. I really like that kind of stuff. I've always like on the darker side of humor and things like that, so really interesting to me. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is greatly motivational to myself. It's free to you, and it motivates myself to make videos just like this in the near future. I think I'm going to tap out here at the 53-minute mark. I think that's all I've likely gotten me. We'll be playing this series here on Tuesday and Thursday, and then, of course, Mario 64 on Monday and Friday. We've been making some pretty good progress there. On Monday, we actually just had our first Bowser battle on the channel, so if you're interested in seeing that, hey, go and check out that Let's Play series. If you're just strictly here for the Pokemon stuff, like I said, the next episode will be coming out Thursday, and I think it consists of us really looking around Lavender Town. Here I mistakenly messed with Gun Show, but it consists of us kind of looking around Lavender Town and then tracing down where pesky Team Rocket is hiding out, and trying to make our next steps into the progression of that gameplay element. But I hope you're all having a snazzy week, and until the next one, we will see you all back here on Thursday. Like I said, the rest of this is really going to be this trainer battle, us roaming around Lavender Town so you can hear some of the music being played there, and that's about it. But till next one, guys, everybody take it easy. This is the longest voice recording I've done in a long time, so hopefully you all can understand that I'm tapping out a little bit early. And if you made it this late in the video, leave it down there below. Say Spoons is the man, Krabby's a fool. See you next time, guys.